What's up, investors? It's Mike from MJF Invest. Today's video is going to be about Palantir Technologies, ticker symbol PLTR. But before I get into that, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel for future content. Really trying to build a positive community where we could share ideas. And let's talk stocks in the comment section. Palantir Technologies builds software platforms for institutions. The company operates two segments: commercial, which serves customers working in non-government industries, and government, which serves customers that are agencies in the United States federal government and non-United States governments as well. Palantir has built two software platforms, Palantir Gotham and Palantir Foundry. Gotham is a software platform which is constructed for analysts at defense and intelligence agencies. Gotham enables users to identify patterns hidden within data sets ranging from signals intelligence sources to report from informants, and helps the United States and allied military personnel. Foundry creates a central operating system for organizations' data, individual users, and can integrate and analyze the data. So they have multiple products. They also have Palantir Apollo. It's not quite launched yet, but throughout this video, I'm just going to discuss some of the catalysts, some things that I like, some things that I don't like. But remember, I'm not a financial advisor, and you should be doing all your own due diligence before buying or selling any of these stocks. There's a couple of different things that I like about this company. One of the possible catalysts I see for Palantir is developing a tool that health authorities plan to use to monitor the manufacture of COVID vaccines. Pretty good relationship with the United States government, like I touched on. Throughout the video, I'll discuss some of the contracts they already have in place. And this is totally speculative, so that's a disclaimer. But based on the relationship that they have with the United States government, progress in treatments of coronavirus, especially in the vaccine area, I could see a scenario where more contracts are distributed to Palantir. So in the short term or as a swing trade, I definitely could see value. But keep in mind, that's speculation. That's coming from me. That's a theory. I have no proof behind that, but it's a scenario I could see, and I'll touch on why I came to that conclusion throughout the video. This is one aspect or one catalyst. So as a vaccine comes, I'd be looking for more contracts to be laid out for Palantir, and just to verify some of that theory, as you can see right here, here is a contract Palantir was awarded for the U.S. Navy Nobel system. And here's a particularly interesting article. It's the U.S. Army Research Lab selects Palantir Technologies for a $91 million artificial intelligence and machine learning development. And in case you didn't believe me from the first two articles, here's another. Palantir's technology granted FedRAMP authorization. And as you see here, they've been granted a federal risk and authorization management program called FedRAMP by the United States government. So now that we established a basis, see that they really do, and they're heavy, and that's also, you could look at it in a bad light as well. They are heavily reliant, a lot of their revenue, upwards of 50% of their revenue is reliant on federal government contracts. So you could look at that as a good thing or a bad thing. I'm putting a positive light on it because I'm using the catalyst as the vaccines and treatments. But in the long term, or as a long-term investment, being so heavily reliant on one aspect like the federal government contracts could be viewed as a negative thing. So, keep that in mind. CATS awards Palantir Technologies a $36 million contract to support its secure scientific platforms environment. So, just to show that they can establish or add value to multiple sectors or multiple industries. And to really solidify that, as you see here, Palantir, their Foundry platform, they have a deal with Ferrari to do their Formula One racing cars, and also a strategic partnership with United Airlines. So as you can see, just to show you that they have, they're multifaceted in a sense that they can bring, and their software can bring value to a lot of different places. So this is a good time to discuss, that the company is in a little bit of financial trouble. Financials of the company and the path they've taken that way is not as attractive as the idea. So keep in mind, this is a speculative stock. It's a growth play, published by the Associated Press. It's secreted, never profitable. Palantir makes its debut. Palantir IPO'd about a month ago, roughly, and they IPO'd at $10. So, this is an article, by a respected news source, the Associated Press, highlighting it's a secretive and a never profitable company. So it is a controversial company. Some people don't like the fact that Palantir has profited with, we touched on some of the government contracts. They have a government contract with the ICE. And a lot of people are not happy about that. So, and again, I'm not here to decide whether that's right or wrong or what's ethical or not ethical. I'm just talking strictly from an investment standpoint. That has scared some investors away, I think. So also consider that, and they are not profitable. They have a path to profitability. Which we will continue to get to in the rest of the video. If you're still watching, hit that like button, please, and subscribe to the channel. Palantir software can bring value to the auto racing industry, cyber, financial compliance, insurance, law enforcement, manufacturing, pharma, automotive, case management, defense, GDPR, intelligence, legal intelligence, mergers and acquisitions, and with sales and revenue. So they definitely have a lot of different ways they could go. We talked about them a little bit as a COVID play. And right now we're looking at Palantir's institutional ownership. There's 19 institutional owners. They own a very small percentage of the company's outstanding shares. But what I definitely found interesting is they have one very, very big company that I really look for who has already added them, and that's ARK. ARK added them last week. So it looks like ARK is the first big institution to invest here. Founder of the company is Peter Thiel. Thiel was one of the creators of PayPal, along with Elon Musk, and he was the founder of this company as well. That's to be noted. And their CEO is named Alex Karp. I checked on the Glassdoor platform, and he has an 86% approval rating within his employees. That's something that I always look into as well. So he's perceived well and accepted by his employees. I don't really know exactly what to make of Alex Karp. He seems sharp in some ways and not so much in others. He's a tough guy to get a read on. Talk about watching the company's executives. And honestly, if Peter Thiel was involved, I don't know that Alex Karp would be the kind of executive that I was looking for or felt comfortable investing in. I could see some value here at this price, $9.50, especially with ARK getting involved. It's a software platform. It has multiple contracts with the government. It is a controversial company. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let's talk stocks in the comment section. Let me know what you think. I'm currently not invested in this company. Possibly thinking of swinging some options, maybe swinging an option, maybe picking up an option for early 2021 and seeing if this stock gets some momentum over the next couple of months. It's getting some attention, and upon which I would trade the option, but I don't. I'm currently not invested. I may be looking. I have to price out the option, so that that's just maybe how I would play it. But keep in mind, I'm not invested and I'm not a financial advisor, so you should be doing all your own research. That was maybe just an idea or a baseline maybe to work off of. If I could find myself a cheap option maybe sometime this week, I would consider. By cheap I mean under $100, like a $50 or $60 option, and see if I can, swing it into something. As long as the long-term investment goes, there's just not enough there. There's too many question marks. I just don't feel great about, a lot of money. Not yet anyway. I will keep you updated just to be completely transparent. If I do decide to take a position at some point, I will keep you updated. I plan on doing more videos about Palantir in the future. So thank you for watching. And again, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.